I'm Kevin Lewis with Home Life Benchmark Realty, and it's time for your January 2025 real estate market update and year-end review. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into an in-depth look at the Fraser Valley real estate market throughout 2024. It's been quite a year, and not necessarily for the reasons you might think. Let's break down the numbers, trends, and what they could mean for buyers and sellers coming up in 2025. Stick around because I'll also share some insights in why now might be the perfect time to make a move. To say that 2024 was a slow year for the Fraser Valley real estate would be an understatement. The year ended with just 12,987 residential sales, making it the slowest year in the past decade. That's 23% fewer sales than the 10-year average. So why was it so slow? Well, the market faced a mix of rising inflation, cautious buyers, and a steady decline in average home prices after March. Speaking of those prices, to start the year, the first 3 months actually saw prices climbing. But by December 2024, it had dropped down to $965,000 for the HPI average price, 2% lower than December 2023's $984,000 that we ended the year before with. Now, this isn't the first time that we've seen prices decrease. We've seen that since 2022, going up and down over month to month. But it's the first time we've actually seen affordability improve. Canada's policy interest rate dropped significantly over the year, from 5% back in May all the way down to 3.25% by December. This is the first time in over a decade that we've seen both lower home prices and lower interest rates happening at the same time. So let's put some perspective onto that. In December 2023, with a 5-year fixed rate mortgage of about 5.29%, monthly payments on the average home, as the prices we just discussed, would have been about $4,711. Now, by December 2024, with that lower interest rate and the lower house prices, those same monthly payments on that very same house would likely be around $4,225 per month. That's an entire 10% drop in monthly payments. Pretty significant, right? Now, the big question, of course, is how long is this increase in affordability going to last? Many experts are predicting that the Fraser Valley market could see a pickup in activity real soon. Royal LePage Canada expects prices across Canada to rise by about 6% year over year, and Remax Canada is forecasting a 25% increase in sales and a 5% increase in prices to go with that. Keep in mind, this is Canada-wide forecasts, and we tend to have a little bit more fluctuation here in the Fraser Valley, more so on the side that when Canada does about 6%, we'll usually see a little bit higher than that. So be prepared for prices to increase over the year. Now, if you're thinking about buying and you're not quite ready to do so, it's no need to panic. Here in the Fraser Valley, it seems unlikely that we're going to see a repeat of the frenzy we saw in late 2021, early 2022. Back then, prices were out of control and every home seemed to sell in under a week with multiple offers. Instead, 2025 is shaping up to be a much more balanced market, a market where prices rise steadily and stably and sales grow in all segments. Of course, we can't ignore inflation and how it's affected everybody's wallets. While affordability has improved in the actual housing market, that same affordability doesn't seem to be affecting Canadians the same way it used to, where the average person is feeling that crunch on their wallet. Where a $4,000 mortgage 4 years ago was no big deal, those same people are having to put the same income that they've had back then into everything else that's gone up in price. This, of course, means that fewer Canadians are willing to dedicate the same percentage of their income to housing. This shift could help keep the market more stable and avoid the craziness we saw in the previous booms. And another thing to keep in mind that we've been talking about for the last couple of years is, of course, all the mortgage renewals. Many homeowners who bought at peak prices back in 2021, 2022, with ultra low interest rates, are now facing significantly higher payments as they all begin to renew. This could limit their ability to move up in the market and might keep inventory a little bit higher than we've seen in past years. Speaking of inventory, 2024 saw 30,249 new residential listings in the Fraser Valley. That's a 23% increase over 2023 and a 25% higher than the 10-year average. Now, While that sounds like a lot, it is worth noting that our population and the total number of homes built over the last decade have also grown significantly. So we should be expecting the total inventory and new listings numbers to be increasing each year. With this in mind, and the fact that we're still seeing, yes, a lot of new listings, but like I say, not as many as we may be seeing in proportion to the number of new homes being built, it does seem that people may be staying in their homes a little bit longer than they used to on average. This could be due to the uncertainty that we've seen in the economy, or simply because people are waiting for the right market conditions to make a move. So, what does all this mean for you? Well, if you're thinking about buying or selling, 2025 might be a great time to make a move. The current affordability increase we've seen over the last year won't last forever, and getting in now could save you thousands in the long run. If you're upgrading, making a move sooner might be in your best interest, since both of your current home and your future home will appreciate. If you're downsizing, waiting for prices to rise could put more money in your pocket, but we just don't know when that's going to happen. And if you're just buying and not selling anything, now could be the time to lock in at lower prices and interest rates before the activity picks up and we see prices start to climb. But as I always say, at the end of the day, the best time to make a move is when it makes sense for you and your family. No one can perfectly time the market, but with the right strategy, you can take advantage of the opportunities that are available to you right now. If you're considering making a move, let's chat. I'd love to help you create a plan that works for your unique situation. Thanks for watching, and as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video with anyone who might find it helpful. See you next time.